Hey everyone, my name's Keenan and I'm a technical solutions executive with Autodesk. I'm here to talk to you about how you can manage commissioning on a job site through the Assets tool within the Autodesk Construction Cloud. Prior to joining Autodesk, I worked in construction. I was an MEP coordinator, so I managed the mechanical, electrical, and plumbing trades on site. And if you've ever worked in the commissioning process, you know how crazy it can be. A lot of times, the GC might not be in the same platform as the tradesman. Maybe the commissioning agent is doing things on paper. It tends to run a lot more smoothly if you can get everyone on one platform. And today we'll show you how you can do that in our platform. So on the screen here, we are in Build. If you're not familiar with the Construction Cloud, Build is the project management module within the Construction Cloud. And within Build, we have a tool called Assets. Assets is a tool to track any asset on a project. So that could be tools, it could be install status, it could be anything you can think of that's going into a construction project. But for our use case, we're going to use it to track the status of units during the commissioning process. So on the screen here, you'll see I have a list of mechanical equipment. This list can be populated by just entering them in one by one. You could import it from a spreadsheet. You could import it from a BIM model, which is a really powerful way of doing it. But for now, we'll just show you how it works once you've got them imported. So I'm going to click on this RTU unit here. And we have the name of the unit, a description of what the unit is. I've entered this in. And then status. So status is associated with category. When you create a category, you want to give it a status list. In this case, I've created a status list that is very specific to commissioning. So from spec to order delivered, then through startup, through FPT testing, and then all the way into acceptance. Let's say we were working on the RTU today and we know that it was installed today. So we can mark that as installed. We can also assign tasks out and link in relevant documentation for each unit. So for assigning tasks, we might want to say assign the tradesman a task associated with that RTU. Maybe we know that the filters are dirty from construction and we want them changed. So I'm going to say change filters. And this is an issue I've already created, an issue type called commissioning. And we could go ahead and assign this issue to someone. We're going to give it to James here. He's going to get an email that it's due tomorrow. And we'll create this, and we can track those issues associated with that RTU unit. You'll see here I've also linked it to a form. This is really powerful when you're working with any kind of form. It could be a PDF, a fillable PDF, maybe the factory startup form for that unit, or it could be a commissioning form from the commissioning agent, and that is what I'm working with in this case. And if I click on this, it's going to open that form up. We've created a template in our Forms tool for the tradesman to go ahead and fill out all this information for the unit. And again, that is associated back to the unit here in the Assets tool. So you could work with them directly here in the list. A lot of times we are doing this either on the plans or in a model or even on site with the mobile tools. So I'll show you how you could do it those three ways as well. So for that RTU unit, you'll see on the bottom here, I have a mechanical plan referenced. And if I click on that, it's going to go ahead and jump us straight to the page on the drawings where the unit is located. And I did draw this ahead of time. You would do that once you import each unit. I've done that already, so it just goes right to it. And then we can go ahead and change our status and reference data, make notes as necessary. You could do the same thing for a BIM model. Very powerful. This chiller, for example, was imported from the BIM model. You could do that with hundreds of units from a BIM model. And I'll make another video going into depth on how you do the import. But for now, you'll notice on the bottom of the screen here, there's a model linked. And if I click on the model, it's going to open it up here in the browser. It'll zoom right into the unit, make sure we're working on the right thing here. Very useful for big projects with lots of mechanical equipment, like say a hotel or a data center. Really useful, you make sure you're looking at the right piece of equipment. We'll go ahead and say, okay, yeah, the FPTs are done and we passed everything. We're going into acceptance. Last piece here is doing this on site. A lot of times you're walking with the tradesman, with the commissioning agent, you're just going from unit to unit, making your notes. We're sometimes doing this on paper. This is going to be a lot quicker and easier, and a really powerful piece is you can just scan barcodes from unit to unit and it'll pull up the asset right on your device. So I'm going to go ahead and put my mobile device on the screen here. You'll see we are in that same Keenan Office project. And on the bottom right side of the screen here, if I hit more, we can then go to Assets. And this is our list of assets. We can search by keyword for the unit we want to see. We could filter it down by category, but best case here is we're using the barcode scan. So we'll go ahead and scan this little barcode I have on my desktop, and it pulls our cooling tower right up. So very quick. It's a really easy way to, again, walk from unit to unit and open up the asset. We can then start taking our notes. We can change the status. We can assign issues. A really nice use case here is to take photos directly from the device, and you can continue to manage the commissioning process. So that is a brief overview of how you can use assets to manage commissioning on a project. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me or my team. You can find us through the information posted on this blog website or through the Autodesk website. Thanks so much.